Here are the top stories of the news. Troops kill two suspected Lakurawa terrorists, recover arms and ammunition in Kebbi State. Serap seeks investigation into allegations of diversion of over 6.3 billion naira in constituency project funds. On the foreign scene, Uganda's military chief orders closure of two leading media outlets. Good afternoon and welcome to Spring News at 12 on Western Spring Television. My name is Femi Da Silva. Troops of Sector 2 Joint Task Force Northwest Operation Fasanyama have killed two suspected Lakurawa terrorists and recovered arms and ammunition during an operation in the Sabarumawa axis of Kebbi State. A statement by the Media Information Officer of the Joint Task Force, Lieutenant Colonel Aliyu Danja, said the operation was carried out on June 27 following intelligence reports that the terrorists were planning an attack on Sabarumawa community. According to him, troops of the Chief of Army Staff Intervention Battalion 7 swiftly mobilized to the area and established a tactical ambush along the suspected route of the terrorists to thwart the planned attack. He explained that the troops engaged the terrorists in a gun battle as they approached the ambush position. He added that the superior combat effectiveness of the troops forced the terrorists into disarray, with two of the terrorists neutralized while the remaining members of the group fled into the surrounding forests. The Nigerian army on Saturday announced a major reshuffle of its senior officers as part of efforts to strengthen national security and improve operational effectiveness across the country. The changes affecting key operational, command, training, and staff appointments were announced in a statement issued on Saturday by the Acting Director of Army Public Relations, Colonel Apollonia Anele. According to the statement, the postings affected field commanders, school commandants, and principal staff officers at the Army headquarters. Similarly, Chief of Army Staff Lieutenant General Waidi Shaibu approved the strategic redeployment of senior officers, saying that the move was aimed at enhancing the Army's capacity to address emerging security challenges. The police in Benue State have launched a manhunt for the killers of the chairman of the Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria in the state, Ardo Mohammed, following his fatal attack by unidentified gunmen in Otupo. The command said tactical and intelligence teams have been deployed to track down those behind the killing, which occurred on Friday afternoon along the Okudu-Ogoli Road, while the Magban chairman and his associate, Yakubu Isa, were returning from a security meeting in Hoimini local government area. In a statement issued by the Police Public Relations Officer DSP Udeme Edet, the Commissioner of Police CP Cletus Nwadiogbu described the attack as a senseless and criminal act capable of undermining the peace and security efforts across Benue State. Similarly, Governor Hyacinth Alia condemned the killing of the Magban chairman, describing the incident as a direct attempt to undermine the relative peace and reconciliation efforts being recorded across the state. In Oyo State, the police command has debunked reports alleging that a pastor was arrested for supplying arms and ammunition to suspects involved in the abduction of pupils and teachers in Orire local government area. In a statement issued on Saturday by the Police Public Relations Officer DSP Anyolade Olanyinka, the command describes the reports circulating on social media platforms and social media as false, misleading, and unfounded. According to the statement, a Facebook post alleged that a pastor had been arrested for acting as a gun runner for the abductors, but failed to identify the cleric by name or address. However, the police said no such arrests had been made by the command or any other security agency involved in the ongoing rescue operation. The command said it viewed the publication as a deliberate attempt to distract security operatives from ongoing rescue efforts and undermine public confidence in the security agencies. In other news, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has issued a 72-hour ultimatum and a final notice to illegal occupants along the Lagos-Badagry Expressway. The notice was issued after the monthly sanitation exercise carried out at the Ojuelegba, Surulere and Koshofe areas of the state. According to him, collective action is highly needed on the part of the government and the people to achieve a cleaner Lagos. While ordering a massive demolition of illegal structures in the axis, Sanwo-Olu urged residents to play their role in keeping the metropolis clean. According to him, an additional 150 compactor trucks have been procured to increase logistics and enhance waste collection across the state. The Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project has called on Senate President Godswill Akpabio and Speaker of the House of Representatives Tajuddin Abbas to refer allegations of the diversion or non-accounting of over 6.3 billion naira in constituency project funds to anti-corruption agencies for investigation and possible prosecution. The group also urged the National Assembly leadership to ensure that anyone found culpable is prosecuted where sufficient admissible evidence exists, while all diverted or unaccounted public funds are recovered and paid into the Treasury. In a letter signed by its Deputy Director, Kolawole Oluwadare, SERAP said the allegations were contained in the Auditor General of the Federation's 2022 Annual Report, published on September 9, 2025. SERAP also asked Akpabio and Abbas to disclose the identities of contractors and companies, including their shareholders and beneficial owners, that allegedly received constituency project funds but failed to execute the projects. It gave the National Assembly 7 days to act on its recommendations, warning that it would institute legal proceedings should the legislature fail to respond. And you're watching Spring News at 12 on Western Spring Television. We'll be right back after this break.